So what we will cover in this video is that we will create a GitLab instance that is running on DigitalOcean, and we will use Docker machine in order to connect to it. So the first thing is that we need to check our README file here so that we know what we have to do. The first thing is that we will use the Docker machine command and set the driver to DigitalOcean. And I use the environment variable do token in this case, which will give me access to my DigitalOcean account. And after waiting for some time, Docker machine will install all the required software and will install Docker and configuring everything that is necessary in order to connect to the droplet. So with this we can have a look at the Docker machine env command and see what we need to access. In this case we will use the eval command in order to point the Docker binary to the corresponding host. So as we see here, no containers are running, which is fine, since we just created the virtual machine. And the next thing is that we will start the GitLab instance itself. So for this, oh, I'm sorry, I just went to the Rancher one. We will go to the GitLab folder here and check our Docker compose file, which I will just print out here. So the thing that we need to do in order to make that run is that we need to get the IP address of the Docker machine installation, which is yeah, we can just check it like this and see the connection to the URL here, and the GitLab host is running under this IP address. And so we will change the file, the Docker compose file here, and just real quick point GitLab to the right IP where it is running so that it is able to do certain things with the IP address that is necessary. So with that we can just Docker compose up and start our image. So now we have a running instance of GitLab, and we can just show the logs here real quick. And the Docker instance, this is the omnibus package of GitLab, and it runs not only GitLab itself, but also it runs the Postgres database and all this stuff. And now we can connect to the user interface. And the first thing that we need to do is to define a root password that we will just do right now. And so with that we can check the next point here, and actually we will not go to the CI runner right now, but instead we will create a GitLab user, and this is the thing that I will do right now. So just pointing my credentials here, and after everything is set up, I have a user account in this GitLab instance. And what I can do now is I can create a new repository, and in this case I will pick, instead of creating a new one, I will pick a already existing GitHub repository that I will just import. So after the repository is imported, you see the default user interface of GitLab with the code repository user interface, and yeah, this is basically what you probably know from GitHub. And there are a lot of other things like issues. You can have boards like in a Jira application. You can handle merge requests or like pull requests on GitHub. And then the next thing that we will cover in the next video is the pipelines feature. Yeah, with this we are very close to the end of the first video.